Bubbles. I think we're live. We're live today on this Monday. Hey, everyone. Hope you're doing well. And good morning. It's a Monday here in Philadelphia. This is going to be a rough work week. I was reflecting on, oh, God, Eagles are doing good. Phillies doing good. Went to a Flyers game. They won. So it was all pretty good. And it's a 5 a.m. Mester Scrum show, and I'm Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And I wanted to talk about Agile coaching a little bit today. I was watching a video this morning from Shane Haste. I got to sit on one of his classes before, and he did evaluate me for passing some of my IC Agile certification courses to teach. So it was interesting that his name popped up. It was kind of odd, but anyway, my thought was on to the Agile coaching and what is Agile coaching and the difficult balance between telling people what to do and getting them to understand what to do. And I was reflecting on some of the sports where a coach can tell people, here's the play, here's how to do it. But in the end, it's up to the players to really make it happen. And the coach isn't on the field, the players are on the field, but the coach needs to help the players get an understanding of what is going on. So I wanted to talk to, hey, Michael, how are you today? So we got a visit on YouTube. There we go. But that's one of the things, and there's a delicate balance there. Hey, Divine Love's in from Texas. Good morning. Happy new week. Yes. And the balance is between the two of them, not just telling them, here, do this, but getting the understanding of why to do that. So when the coach isn't there, they have the information to make those decisions. And oh, from the Philippines. Hey, Michael, I just had Filipino dinner the other day. It was really good. But that's what I want to talk about today. And this 5 a.m. Mester Scrum show, and I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And here we talk about Scrum and Agile in a practical and tactical way. Today I'm going to talk about a little Agile coaching, get an understanding of what it is. It's a little different from coaching. I don't know. There's a video out there from Shane that's a good description of the difference between Agile coaching and ICF coaching, which is slightly different. And we do this so that you're not working crazy hours. You have fun in the office because you're getting productive and everything's going well. And you can have fun at home because you're watching all these sports events over the weekend. It was a really busy weekend this week in Philadelphia. And then there's always the Bubbles. Bubbles, do you want to be on the show? No, she's ignoring me. So, Agile coaching, which is different from coaching, right? Coaching, typically, you don't involve yourself so much in the teaching aspect of it. It's more, there's some mentoring if you're a mentor coach. Sometimes it's just coaching, getting people to understand, to think away and get them to expand their thinking process and how they want to solve solutions. In the case of an Agile coaching, one of the difficult things I have, this is my own personal dilemma that I have, is balancing telling and coaching and getting the coachee to get a good understanding so that they think in an agile way all the time, right? It's just like saying, oh, a daily scrum is 15 minutes. So we will have a daily scrum for 15 minutes. But why 15 minutes? What makes it? And it's not just that one event. It's what is the psychological factors that go into making that 15 minutes work really well, right? So I can tell somebody as an Agile coach, and there are managers out there that want me to tell people exactly how to do their job. They're like, Greg, I need you to tell these people how to be a PO, how to be a Scrum Master, how to be a developer, what to do, exactly what they want to do. And that's kind of one of the things I heard when I did the interview the other day. It was pretty cool with AI Today podcast. I heard a lot of how, but that's more a particular thing in artificial intelligence, right? And how that how comes out, that which is okay, which is a different level now than coaching, right? But when we do this, and I probably one time I'll do a whole Agile coaching thing. there's a balance between teaching, mentoring, and coaching. Okay. And when we do get our opportunities to work with people that are learning about Agile at the same time, we're coaching them along the path. You're going to go through a pathway of teaching, mentoring, and coaching. And all three of them work together to get the coachee to where you want them to be, or they potentially could be. I don't know if it's about you. Now that's a difference too. Like coaching, where I want them to be versus where they want to be in their journey. There's a balance right there. I just did it right there. So it's where I want them to be versus where they could be or where they want to be. And that's the coaching difference, right? It's not about where the coach wants the person to be. It's about the coach helping the person figure out where they want to be, right? It's not about what the coach wants. It's about where the person wants. And that's the coaching philosophy difference there. And a lot of places when you get in this corporate, they want you to teach, which is valid, totally valid, because you have people coming and learning about Agile who don't really know about Agile. There is, what is the basics of the framework? Are you doing Kanban, Scrum? Are you doing XP? What's the basics behind that? And yes, most Agile coaches can teach that basics. Here's the basic. Here's your 5 ceremonies. Here's your 3 roles. Here's the values. But what goes into those gets more into the coaching realm and getting a deeper understanding. Because like I was watching football the other day, American football. The coach gives plays, teaches people how to do basic steps, how to do basic routes, how to do this. But the player who's on the field the entire time uses their instinct that they have honed in this coaching agreement between him and the coach, or her and the coach, and comes up and makes that play on the field, right? Because they know and they understand, oh, they're doing this, so I want to be right here because they're just moving it, because even the coach can't predict exactly the route or running pattern the other team's going to do. It's up for the coachee to make those adjustments, to understand what that typically means and where I need to be and how to play the game. Same thing goes with what we do as Agile coaches. We want to give them the basics. If you see this route, this could be an option. What options might you see, so that they can play it in their brain? Well, if I do this, then this happens. Okay, if you do that, then what would happen? And then we start asking some powerful questions so that the person who we're coaching can get a deeper understanding for themselves on what to do and how to react to such a situation. And that's the difficult part, right? Some people just want us as coaches to give them the answer. There's so many times, and I find myself doing this a lot. I did this the other day, and I have to admit it, where a person was saying something, and they were thinking very short term, in my opinion. And I'm like, well, if you do that, what is left loose, right? I'm asking a question. Is there anything that doesn't get done if you spend your time doing all that all the time? And they're like, I don't know. I don't know. And we're sitting there. And yeah, I got a time box and how long I want to coach. So I offered, I said, well, do you mind if I offer something that once maybe you can consider? And it was with the product owner. And I said, what about the future backlog? You're doing this with the team, but is there any role that's not getting done while you're doing this part, and which one's the priority? Now I could tell them what I think the priority is, but it's up to them. I just want them to be aware that yes, you're doing work and that's the priority. Get this delivered, get an understanding, do whatever the team needs to get done. However, be aware that while you're doing this, you can't be doing these other functions as a product owner. But I just wanted them to be aware and consider it and think about it. But I was going to say, but you should be doing this. Now, this is where it goes different. This is where a lot of coaches will go, where I had this opportunity. I'm like, okay, I just want to be aware of this other stuff, that how is that going to be done? Right. I said, well, how is this other stuff going to get done? Or what are your thoughts on that? And I just wanted them to be aware of it. I didn't want to tell them, hey, you shouldn't really be doing that right now. That's not your job. That's your team's job. The product owner should be doing this work. I didn't want to go there. I wanted them to understand, but I wanted to open something up in their brain to expand their thought process past what was right in front of them. So as my coaching part, I just want them to see it. I'm not going to tell them what to do, or her, either way, him or her. They say what it was, you'll figure it out. So I don't want to do that. Well, you won't figure it out, but they might figure it out. But I want them to understand the full picture of what was going on so they can start making decisions and understand what would be the ramifications of a decision now versus a decision in future, kind of things like that. But I didn't want to tell them you should be doing that and not what you want to do now. That would be me as the coach infusing my thoughts and my solutions onto it. And as an agile coach, you're not supposed to do that. So it's a very difficult balance. And as an agile coach, like you as a coach can tell the guy, do not sit in that spot, whatever. But they know that's what they need to find out. And they're the ones performing on the field. But getting them to think about understanding the ramifications is great. So I know it's Monday and I had the sports analogy in my brain, but I wanted to share that with people because they always talk about becoming agile coaches, and it's very difficult when you deal with managers, you deal with people. Some managers want you to tell them exactly how to do that. Like, you should be doing this and you shouldn't be doing that. But when you really become a good agile coach, you're helping your coachee to see all the options that are on the table and go through them in their brain. What are the ramifications and the whys and the hows and the powerful questions? So how did you get there? If you were to pick this route, how would you go about doing that, right? And let them explore those possibilities so that they're more prepared for when those instant changes and opportunities come along that they can take. So I just want to share that today from an agile coaching perspective. Some of the things I had troubles with as an agile coach and the demons, right? But I just wanted to share that with you because it's good to share, because that way you have an understanding. It's not just you, but also wanted to show that the pitfalls and that you can trap yourself in. So with that, I want to say happy Monday and go Phils, go Eagles, go Flyers, go Sixers. Y'all did great over the weekend. Go Phils. We keep going. And there you go. And I want to wish you the best. Take care. And the Filipino dinner I had last night was really good, by the way. A friend of mine had a housewarming. They invited us over, and I'm sitting there. I put them out. And I fixed it so they could watch the football game on TV. So power up. Take care, everyone, and enjoy. Happy scrumming. Bye. See you tomorrow.